Little Missionary with a Big Name, the story of Sarepta Irish from a book called They Dared for God by Glenna Barstad. Sarepta Irish sat straight and tall on the broad wooden seat. The old wagon bumped over the mud-rutted road her father drove. Sarepta reached over and helped him hold the horses' reins as they jogged along. Ever since Sarepta could remember, she had travelled with her father from one town to another as he preached to wandering men. Sarepta could not remember her mother, who had died when Sarepta was a baby. She was such a busy little girl that she did not have time to make any playmates. She always travelled with her father. Her grandmother had given her a little red leather Bible which she carried with her every day. As she rode along with her father in the wagon, Sarepta opened her Bible. She spelt out the long words. These her father explained to her. In this way she learnt to read. By the numbers of the chapters and the verses she learned maths. From the names of the countries of the Bible she learned geography. She learned about flowers and trees and the stars and birds and fish. Her father was her teacher and the Bible was her only school book. One day, Sarepta caught a cold from travelling in the rain on the open wagon. Since she had no home, her father left her with a man and woman who were his friends. They promised to take care of her until he came back from a trip. These people were not Christians. Sarepta had always been with her Christian father and did not know how people lived without thinking of God and thanking him for the daily blessings of life. When supper time came, the man of the house served food for Sarepta and his wife and himself. Then he started to eat. Sarepta sat very still. She did not lift her spoon to her mouth. She did not take one swallow of milk from her glass. Sarepta was just 6 years old at the time. She felt strangely unhappy. She did not know what to do. No one had asked the blessing on the food that she was about to eat. The woman asked, "Why don't you eat your supper, dear?" "Oh, we aren't ready yet," said Sarepta. "We haven't prayed a blessing." The man looked at his wife and said, "Well, don't wait for that, because we don't have any blessing at our table." "Oh dear," said Sarepta. "Aren't you afraid to eat? Why don't you have a blessing and thank God for all he's done?" "Because we are not Christians," the man answered. Sarepta wanted to thank Jesus for the food she was about to eat. She always heard her father say the blessing. "Well, if you can't ask the blessing, I can. I never did in my life, but we can't eat till we have a blessing." Then Sarepta bowed her head, asked Jesus to bless the food, and thanked him for it earnestly. The simple prayer of thanksgiving touched the heart of this grown man. Tears came to his eyes, for he wished that he loved Jesus as Sarepta did. Because Jesus spoke to his heart and made him sorry for his sins, he could not eat his supper now either. And the man got up from the table. Sarepta and the woman finished their supper. At bedtime, Sarepta would not go to bed until she had worship. Neither the man nor his wife knew how to have family worship. It was up to Sarepta to show them how to do it. Sarepta took her little red Bible and opened it. "I can't read very well, but if no one else can read, I will do the best I can and we will have prayer," she said. So Sarepta taught this man and woman how to have evening worship. In the morning, the woman handed Sarepta her Bible, and again the little girl led worship. And this she did each morning until her father returned. Sarepta went away with her father. After many years, she received a letter from the man and woman who had taken care of her when she had a cold. "When you were only 6 years old," they wrote, "you taught us to have family worship together each day. We have never stopped having family worship, and now we too are Christians. Thank you so much." She was glad that she had witnessed for Jesus. Sarepta Irish grew up to be a leader of women in America. She married a man by the name of Mr. Henry, and later she started the Women's Temperance Union. This organization has done a great deal to teach people the harmfulness of alcoholic drinks and tobacco. Every boy and girl who is faithful in doing all he can to serve and worship Jesus will have a chance to witness for him as well. This is how Sarepta brought 2 grown people to Jesus when she was only 6 years old. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed that story. I wonder who you could share Jesus with and show his love to today. If you'd like to know how to find all of our stories, type Living Books for World Changers into the YouTube search bar, press go, select Living Books for World Changers videos, and you can find all our stories there. We upload new stories every Thursday. We love sharing stories with you. Come back and don't forget to like and subscribe.